Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Becky. I am Becky B Crafty on YouTube and on Instagram, and welcome to Flosstube number 5. Keep glancing over here because that's where my notebook is. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope you've had a good month. Well, I think it's been about 3 weeks since I was last here. I said I was going to come back, try and come back once every 2 weeks, but life just got in the way last week. Husband's had a really bad cold. I've had a cold. I'm still a bit bunged up and stuffy now, but I feel absolutely fine. And with it getting darker earlier as well, all I've wanted to do is just come home and get in my pyjamas and stitch. Which that's what it's for, isn't it? Come home from work, relax, get in my pyjamas and do some stitching. So I didn't really feel like filming it last week, so we're getting it this week instead. So I've had quite a good month, managed to get quite a lot of stuff done, bought quite a bit of haul again. I'm going to try not to let this video last as long as usual. This hopefully is going to be a bit of a shorter one. There'll be usual sort of stuff, what Flosstubers I've been watching, what I've worked on, turning my notebook over to remind myself, what I've bought, stash acquisitions, and then plans and things for the future. Maybe talking about Vlogmas a little bit as well at the end. So I am going to keep having a drink of water as well. I've got as you can hear, I have still got a bit of a frog in my throat and I'm a bit bunged up still. So, and I've not long since come back from work actually. It's, it's Monday the 17th of November. I'm not long since back from work. So yeah, my voice is normally going a bit by the end of the day. Definitely after today as well. So I'll keep having a little sniffle and a cough and a little drink of water to keep me going, but that's another reason why I'm not planning on this video being too long today. So thank you to everyone that's come back. Thank you to anyone that's new. I seem to have had quite a big influx of subscribers. I think, I've not checked today, but I think when I checked yesterday, I'm up to about 90 subscribers, which is a bit mind-blowing for me, to be honest. So thank you so much if you've been liking, commenting, sharing to sort of get my channel out there. I really appreciate it, and it's the same sort of thing that I try and do for other Flosstubers as well. Give them a mention on my channel and signpost you in their direction, so it's nice to get a little bit of that love back. So we'll start off with Flosstubers. Not got many to name this month really. It's just kind of been all the usual people. Cross Stitch Sarah and Kerry from Colourfully Cross Stitched have started their Dracula's Castle start along, and as Sarah keeps saying, it's a start along, not a stitch along. So they've both started that now, and I was so tempted to join them, but I've got so many other things that are on my whip pile and that I want to get done, and other things that I want to get started as well. So I do want to do that Dracula's Castle eventually. It's beautiful. It's in the Witch's Stitcher book if you've not seen it, and it's on black Ada, I think, with lots of different shades of red for the castle. I was wondering, has anyone had a go at doing it in like a variegated red or an overdyed red? What would that look like? So taking out the need for changing from colour to colour all the different shades of red manually, what would it look like in an overdyed red or something like that? So if anyone's done anything like that, then drop me a message, drop me an email, let me know. I'd love to see. But yeah, been watching all the usual Flosstubers. I'm not going to mention everyone by name this time, but I will link everyone down below. So let's get on to actual stitching. I've got, let me have a look, 2 FFOs, 1 start and finish, 1 new start, and I've worked on 3 whips. Sorry, I was just trying to make sure that my notebook didn't fall off the edge of the desk, because this desk behind me, you can't see it, but it's cluttered with all my husband's miniature painting stuff. So I'm kind of like laptop here, glass of water, and then my notebook's balanced over here, so I'm trying not to knock it off. So let's start with, I'm going to have to keep bending down as well because all my stuff's on the floor down here, so I apologise if I keep dipping out of shot. So FFO that I managed to get finished this month was the Cotton and Twine subscription. I can't remember what month it was, but it was the Crochet to Go 2 Foxes, and here it is. Absolutely love this. Oh, now I'm holding it up, I can see all the cat hair and stuff on it. Because it's been in my autumn and Halloween display in the window ledge downstairs where the cat likes to go and have a little nosy out of the window. So it's covered in cat hair. But yeah, there is my 2 foxes. I love it. It's so cute. And it was so fun to stitch. But this border was an absolute beast with the amount of colour changes in it for the acorns and the berries and the leaves and things. And you can't see it very well from afar, but there's a little like lacy white border around the edges as well, which is really cute. But I used the linen that came in the kit, all the code 4 DMCs, and then I finished it as a little cushion. That's the backing fabric that we got in the kit as well. And then this twine sort of stuff that we got around the end and that we got to put around the edges. I'm not a sewer, so I made the cushion up on my sewing machine, hand sewed the bottom bit together after I'd stuffed it, and then the sort of twine around the edges is glued on with fabric glue. I am not a sewer at all, so I prefer to glue stuff if I can, but I am really, really pleased with that. I think it's turned out really well, and it's the first time I've ever actually finished cross stitching as a cushion, and I really like it. So I think there might be more cross stitch FFOs as cushions in the future. But there we go. As I say, I can't remember what cotton and twine, what month subscription it was. What are we getting now? November? It might have been September, but don't hold me to that. I'm not sure. But yeah, the design was by Crochet to Go, and I really hope, as a lot of other Flosstubers have said, that there's going to be a series of them. So this one's obviously got autumn across it. I'm really hoping that we're going to get winter, spring and summer as well. And we could either have them out during the seasons or have them all as a little set, because that would be amazing. And the greens in the leaves are really, really picked out in this green gingham fabric on the back, and the twine that goes around the edges as well. So yeah, that was my, well, one of my FFOs for this month. Next one, everything's just getting lobbed down here on the floor now, unfortunately. Next one, this is my Cottage Garden Samplings, Year in the Woods 2. This is the wolf that I showed off that I'd finished a couple of videos ago. I can't remember which one, but hop back and have a look if you want to have a look at that. And I showed it off when it was finished, but then I was waiting for a piece of wood, and I think I mentioned this in my last video. I ordered one piece of wood and it was too small. I ordered another piece of wood and it was too big. So then I was waiting for, I'll hold it up backwards, this piece of wood to come in, which I was hoping would be just right, and big reveal, ta-da! I won't say it was just right, because you can see that it is just coming over the edges a tiny little bit. So I would have preferred if it was a little bit bigger, but I'm really, really pleased that, I'm sorry, the light is really bad in here today. I've got the landing light on, because I'm in the spare bedroom again today. The window's open. I've got the big light on over there. And then I've actually got like a spot craft light on up here that's on as well. But yeah, there is the wolf. And I've got some lovely little thin brown chenille trim. Just let me try and angle this light a bit. Oh gosh, no, that's blinding now. Oh no, I've made it even worse. I'm going to stop playing, I've made it even worse. Oh, that's not too bad actually. So yeah, I've got some lovely chenille trim from Create Nostalgia around the edge. And then it is mounted on that lovely piece of wood. I haven't brought it up with me, I forgot, but the smaller piece of wood, I was actually thinking about maybe mounting it onto the smaller piece of wood. Maybe with like a hinge on the back or something like that so it could fold flat, but I'm not sure, I haven't decided yet. But what I have done, and I need to do this carefully so I don't rip it all to pieces, is, this is a piece of wood. I've put little pieces of metal, little metal circles on it. And then, I apologise, you are going to see the awful back of this stitching because I've not backed it and finished it off properly. And yes, I do staple to my mount board. And then on the back, I've put some magnetic strips so that I can magnetise it to the wood, and I'm going to do that with all of them, and then obviously I can shuffle it around a little bit to make sure that it's in the centre where I want it. And then I can have it as like a changeable display when I eventually get around to doing all the other A Year in the Woods 2 projects. But yeah, there is the wolf, and I really, really like him on this piece of wood. And as I say, I'm calling him FFO'd for now, but if I do figure out a way and decide that I'm going to have like the smaller piece of wood as a bit of a base to stand it on, then I will show it off again in future. But for now, I am calling him done. So they are my 2 FFOs. I had a start and a finish in the month as well. And I don't think this will be a surprise to anyone, but it was my Mill Hill Buttons and Beads Kit Winter Stag. I started it and I was just absolutely obsessed with it. And it is finished. Look at that. Oh, I love him so much. Fell in love with this kit, as I think I mentioned last time, as soon as I saw it. And as soon as I started stitching it, it's such a nice stitch. I'm turning around a little bit and you might be able to see some of the beads, because all these swirly bits around here have got beads on. All the edges of his antlers are beaded. These are beads all around his face. And then we've got this gorgeous little snowflake charm. So if I try and angle it a little bit, you can actually see there how many beads there are. And there was a lot of beading in it. I can't show it off in this light really well for how sparkly it is as well, but it's absolutely stunning. So what I need to do for him now is I need to find a frame. So we're actually off out on Friday for a bit of a shopping day for my daughter's birthday. She's got an inset day, she's off school for the day, husband's off, and I've managed to blag myself some time in lieu off, and they're letting me have it on Friday. So for her 15th birthday, we are off to Nottingham for the day shopping. So I might see if I can find a nice 6-inch frame somewhere. But he is just absolutely stunning. All this around the edge here is all beaded as well. But he's just so beautiful. And I'm going to be changing, obviously, soon when we get into December and put Christmas tree and things up. I'm going to be changing my autumn and Halloween display that's downstairs in my window for my winter display. And he is definitely going to need a frame by then to be going up there to be pride of place. So that is my Mill Hill Buttons and Beads Winter Stag. Right, so 3 whips that I've worked on. One of them I'm not going to be showing. Oh no, I tell a lie, it's 4 whips I've worked on because I started something new last night. Forgot about that. Oops. One of my whips I'm not going to be showing, it's my secret stitch, but I have been working on it. Since my last video, I've done 1,358 stitches. It's so close to being finished. I think I've got about 1,500 stitches left on it, and that's it, and then it's going to be done. So I'm still hoping to get that done by the end of November so I can get it made up, ready to give to a Christmas gift, to give to someone as a Christmas gift. So I've worked on that one. I have also worked on, we'll show this first. This is a new start from last night because it was on the top. It's a very, very small start as well. This is, let me get my board back up, another Mill Hill kit. Oh no, it's in my magnetic frame, so it's actually going to stick to my magnetic board. Have I got it the right way around? Let me check. Yeah, I have. So this is another Mill Hill kit. It looks like a buttons and beads kit because it's the same size, but it's not. It's actually an ornament kit. It's just on quite a big piece of the perforated paper. And this is Kitty, and it's a Christmas kitty. And I've just done a tiny little bit of it so far. And then I will show you. Sorry, it's in the plastic bag. But there he is, the little Christmas kitty. So the bits I've done is just a bit of his scarf. Some of the green on his scarf down here. But that is what he will look like. And that is just the tiny little bit that I have done so far. So no stats, because I say it's paper pattern. No stats. I just did a tiny little bit of it last night. So that is in my beautiful magnetic frame that I got from Rachel at Talking Dog Stitchery. Next, this is a big one and I'm not sure it's actually going to fit all on my board. Next project I have been working on is the Historical Sampler Company Magical Gingerbread House Stitch Along. Last time, oh, the light's doing a really weird thing. Last time I think I'd only finished part 1. I will try and find a picture of what it looked like before and put it here. It's my little point to remind me I need to insert a picture for future Becky, editing Becky. And here is what it looks like now. I will hold it up with my board, but it's not all going to fit on the board. So I'm not actually sure how I'm going to do this. So this is what it looks like now. We've actually got part 3. And I'm quite a ways through part 3. So I think for part 1... Oh, hold on a minute. I'll try and get it held up. I think for part 1, we've just got a couple of reindeers and a bit of the border. This isn't working very well. Bit of the border and some of the ornaments up here. Part 2, we had more reindeer down the side and these trees and some more border. Stop being awkward. Oh, this is really not working, is it? Tell you what, let's get rid of the board and just hold it up. That's slightly better. So part 2 was more of the border, a couple more reindeer, the trees and then the sweets and the candy canes. And then part 3 has been finishing the border, the Merry Christmas, some more of these little ornaments and things down here, some little gingerbread men and some more trees. And then in the middle, where my robin needle minder is at the minute, that is the big gap for what I'm assuming is going to be the magical gingerbread house itself, which will be part 4. So I know that's not giving the best pictures. But where I've edged, you'll be probably able to see where I've overlocked the linen. It's kind of like pulled it tight. So let me just come in and show you a few bits. Moving it up. And then if you follow me on Instagram, I put a picture on Instagram yesterday. Because I've had like quite a few busy days and quite a bit of a busy week. I had a bit of a relaxing stitchy day yesterday and I think I managed something like 700 and something stitches on that yesterday. So I was really, really pleased with that. But yeah, I'm on track for finishing part 3 and then part 4, the final part, is out next Monday, so a week today. So I'll definitely be able to get part 3 finished and be ready for seeing what that beautiful gingerbread house looks like. I'm just fiddling with the light again because it seems to have gone really, really dark. That's a bit better. So yeah, should have finished part 3 by next Monday, ready for part 4, and then I'm really excited to see what the actual gingerbread house itself looks like, because that right in the middle is just going to bring it all together. So can't wait to see that. And final whip that I have worked on, it's an old one, and this is one that we've not seen. Oh, I'm just going to pick my board back up. Since I did my whip parade video right at the beginning. So this is the, oh gosh, what's it called? Mythical Creatures Stitch Along. I think it was the 2020 Stitch Along from Pain Free Crafts, but don't quote me on that. It's designed by Stanley Morrison and charted by Pain Free Crafts. And I have finished F for Fawn. I apologise about the light. Oh, there we go. I have finished all the stitching on F for Fawn. So there he is. I need to do the back stitch and his name at the bottom, but I've been trying to concentrate on getting the magical gingerbread house up to date. But I did say I was going to pull this one out again and start working on it and getting some more letters done, because it really doesn't take a long time to do each individual letter. So yeah, there's F for Fawn. As I say, he needs his back stitch and his name underneath, like the others up here. They have their bottom of basilisk. They have their names stitched at the bottom. So yeah, I think I should be able to get a picture of what it looked like before. So I'll put that in here. And I think I'd only done sort of the top part of the F. So it needed like the bottom, most of the bottom part needed doing. But yeah, I'm really, really glad I've pulled that out and got a little bit more progress on it. Not written down how many stitches I did. I should have, but I can't look at it at the minute because it's in Pattern Keeper on my laptop and I'm recording on my laptop. I didn't think about that very well, did I? Oh dear. So yeah, can't give you any stats on that one, but yeah, that's all of the stitching for F for Fun finished. Hopefully in my next video he will be back stitched and have his name. And I may even have started on one of the other letters, which is G for Griffin, I think it is. I think it's a Griffin, the next one. So, right. Turn over a page of my notebook, have a little drink of water. God, we're up to 20 minutes already. How have I been rabbiting for 20 minutes? Blimey. Right, purchases. This is going to take a while as well. Just realised I forgot to bring something up. I bought from TK Maxx. We went in TK Maxx. I think it was either like the day before Halloween or just after Halloween, and they were obviously selling off all their Halloween things. And you know, you can get those little storage boxes that open up, but they look like books on the outside. I just got a couple of Halloweeny themed ones of those because they open completely, and I thought they would be quite nice to have cross stitch mounted on the insides of them, but I forgot to bring them up. If I remember, I'll pop a picture in here. I might have to take a picture, but I'll pop a picture in here of what they look like. So, I got them. I also, I say I placed a little order with Canny Little Fox. It wasn't a little order at all. So I got a travel case, a project bag and a scissor fob. And now I'm just realising that I don't think I've got the scissor fob. I didn't prepare very well here, did I? The scissor fob is in another project that's downstairs. But it was a beautiful beaded bee scissor fob. Again, I'll try and put a picture in here of the scissor fob because I forgot to bring it up. But I have got the project bags. So, I've got a project in this already to get started. So the first one is a project bag. It's a Halloweeny one. It's purple, which is my favourite colour. You can just see on the bats here that backing fabric on the inside is actually just the bats, and the PVC on the front is actually glitter. But then, look at that. It's purple, which is gorgeous anyway. It's got black cats on, and I've got a sort of half black and half white cat. And then the skulls and the spider webs, I just had to have that one. And I love Canny Little Fox's bags because they're really solid. I mean, if I hold that in one hand, it's not really flopping down very much. They're really, really well padded and they protect your project really, really well. So just let me slot these back in. This is a project that isn't going to be started yet, but it is one that I've kitted up and put in a project bag ready. Look at those colours. Look at them. And this one, I think I showed this one off last time. It is, I'll show you the pattern really, really quickly. It's Hopperstown from Heartstring Samplery. Look at that Demogorgon on top of Starcourt Mall. Oh my God, I love it. It's amazing. And I will be talking more about Stranger Things patterns in my plans. Because those who know it is Stranger Things month. And we all know what's coming up. I'm so excited. It's literally, what is it, a weekend? Sorry, I keep pressing on the microphone. So if the sound keeps going really, really weird, I do apologise. I keep forgetting I've got the microphone on and then keep doing stuff near it. So if it makes horrible noises, I'm really, really sorry. But yeah, Stranger Things. Any other Stranger Things fans, we know it is the final series this month. Me and my daughter are so excited. It's not this Thursday, next Thursday. So I'll be coming home from work, she'll be coming home from school, we'll be quickly doing whatever we need to do, getting a bit of food and then sitting down and watching as much of it as we can because we don't want it to get spoiled. I would hate for us to not watch all of the first drop of the first part of the season and get it spoiled on social media. So yeah, really excited for that. Any other Stranger Things fans, let me know down in the comments. So excited. But Canny Little Fox, I have got one of her travel cases, which is the bigger one with the pockets and different things in that I've got my, what are they called? Cottage Garden Samplings Year in the Woods 2 kits in. But I wanted a smaller one as well, and this is the travel case. Is this the travel case? Or is the other one the travel case? I've forgotten now, I've wrote it down. Please correct me if I'm wrong. One of them's the travel case, and I can't remember what the other one's called, but this is smaller. This is about A5 size. And I just loved this fabric. It's got butterflies and suns and moons, and it's the same on the back. It's just gorgeous. Elastic fastening at the front. Open it up, and oh, just let me pop that pattern out of there because I don't want to be showing you any bits of pattern. And then on the inside, we've got a zippy pocket here with a sparkly front. We've got back here where I've got my threads. Got my little snips hung on there. Got my needle and my beading needle because this has got another Mill Hill kit in it. It's a Halloween one, so I don't know if this is going to get done this year now. But yeah, there is my little case from Canny Little Fox. Let me pop those patterns back in. But I love the Canny Little Fox travel cases and things because they've got just so many different pockets and things in. And Nicola, the running stitcher, was the one who put me onto this idea for using them for Mill Hill ornament kits because they are literally the perfect size. So thanks, Nick. So they were my Canny Little Fox purchases, and I'll hopefully have put a picture of the scissor fob in. Then let me do this next. I know a lot of Flosstubers have showed this off. I first saw this on Bethany, Ducks and Crosses. Oh, it's gone really dark again. So it's gone dark outside. What can we do? Put my hand in front of the... No, it's not happening. Maybe move that around a little bit. Will that help? Sorry, I'm having real light issues today. So I first saw this, as I say, on Bethany, Ducks and Crosses Flosstube, and it is the Stitching Cabin Stitcher's Almanac 2026. And funnily enough, I'd been thinking a few days before I saw Bethany's video that I wanted something for next year to record on, because I've got my notebook for Flosstube, I've got a notebook that I record all my things in that I've kitted up, I've got another notebook that I record all my whips in, and I've got too many notebooks with different things in, so I want something to keep everything all together. I also wanted something to log my daily stitching in as well, which this has. So if we just flick through, and that's February, it's literally got a calendar for February with nice big boxes for every little day, and it does that for every day of the month. Every day of the year, sorry, and then after each month, there's like a log pages with little dots on as well. So I will be able to log my daily stitching and find out what I've stitched on over the month. There are monthly goals pages, so if I've got any certain things, because I did say I might be having a go at Whip Go next year. What else have we got in here that I saw that was really, really good? Ledger. I'm not using the ledger. I don't want to keep track of how much I've spent on my stitching. Waiting in the Wings. I like that one because that's where I can put all my stuff that I've got kitted up ready. And then pick something from that list. Ooh, wish list. So like when all the marketplace pre-orders come out, I can write my little wish list in there. We've got a new starts register, so I can write down what new starts I did in each month. We've got works in progress pages, and then they've got little bits at the top for whether they're 10, 20, 30, you know, how many % complete they are. So you can colour or tick those little boxes. There's annual trackers. There's so much stuff in here. So I got the hardbacked version. I think it was about £16, £17 from Amazon, something like that. And we have Prime, so it came next day. So yeah, it's a lovely little book for recording your stitching all together in one place over the year. So we'll definitely be making good use of that next year. Right, so let me just grab... Oh, sorry, I know I disappeared for a bit there, but I've got everything in a big bag down here. And the last few bits and pieces from my stash acquisitions have all fallen into the bottom of the bag, so I had to dive right down into the bottom. We went to local shopping centre place, Parkgate, if anyone knows it, the other weekend, and I just picked a few bits and pieces up from the works. So there was this little wooden sign that's kind of like got the little planks that are offset. I quite liked that. So I got that for mounting something on, not sure what, not got any plans for it, I just liked it. So decided to get it. They'd also got some really, really nice little cross-stitch kits and things in as well, Christmassy ones. So I got myself this one. Really, really cute little deer, reindeer. I don't know what it is, I've got a thing about stags and deers and reindeers and stuff at the minute. But yeah, as you can see, £2 from the works, and it comes with the hoop. Oh, it's even got the ribbon. Looking on the back at the instructions and the not instructions, what's included, it's even got the little ribbon for hanging it up as well. So yeah, that's adorable. And then I got this. It says embroidery hoop kit, but I'm pretty sure it's cross stitch. But I thought I'd get it anyway. It was only a £5. And with doing the magical gingerbread house stitch along, I just thought that was really, really cute. So yeah, that's got the hoop, the fabric, the threads, the needle, and the instructions. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to open it and I'm going to have a look. Well, it's Ada that's in here, so obviously I'm not going to show you the pattern. Here it is. It says embroidery hoop kit, but it's cross stitch. I thought it was from looking at it. But even if it was some form of embroidery, I'd have given it a go anyway because I really liked it. But maybe that could even go on my little wooden sign. But yeah, I thought that was really, really cute. Then we nipped to another British sort of, I don't know what to call them really. They're not a department store, but they've got everything. Same as the works, this one is the range. So it's got all sorts of craft things and homewares and all sorts of things. So they have got some really nice Christmassy frames in at the minute. So I picked that one up. It's like a really nice, sorry, they're still in the plastic. That's why it's a bit reflective. A really nice sort of plaid tartan frame. I really liked that one. And then this I just thought was too cute. It says Christmas wishes, candy cane kisses. And I love all this up here and the little bow, and oh, it's so cute. So yeah, if you are in the UK, these were only a couple of £pounds each. But yeah, the range have got some really, really cute Christmassy frames in at the minute. And then, disappearing again, the last two things I bought, I saw this in the range as well. So of course I had to get that little bee. Little bee, and it even comes, I'm not showing any pattern, am I? No. It even comes with the little easel and some fabric to back it all. And I think that was about £1.50. So yeah, I thought that was really, really cute. And then the last thing was some baker's twine. Sorry, you can hear that my nose is bunging up the further and further we get along. So some black and white, some red and white, some yellow and white, and some pink and white. This one and this one in particular, I picked it up because I've got them in mind for something. Possibly something to do with my secret stitch. But I thought they would be good anyway. So, I realise I've now piled all of my stash acquisitions on top of my notebook, so I now can't see my notebook. So they're going to have to go over there, and you can hear them all collapsing into the bag. So, last thing to talk about really is plans. Obviously, I want to finish the Historical Sampler Company Magical Gingerbread House Stitch Along Part 3 this week, and then Part 4 when it comes out next week. So who knows, depending on when I next film, maybe it might be completely finished. And I'm thinking as well that I might actually finish it into a cushion. I know it'd be a bit of a bigger one than the one I've done, but yeah, I think it might look really nice as a cushion with it being a square design. So hopefully that might be done next time. I would love to be able to do some more on my Pain Free Crafts Mythical Creatures Stitch Along as well, the alphabet one, but that's not a desperate, I want to work on it loads. I think that might now be more of a next year after Christmas project, because I've got lots of other things that I want to get done, sort of Christmas projects and things like that. Like I want to finish the Mill Hill kitty. I've got the kitty ornament. I've got one of the snowmen Mill Hill ornaments to do that I showed off in my last video as well. Obviously I want to do that to be able to put on my little twig tree at Christmas. I've got a few other Christmassy projects, some of those that I've just bought as well that I want to stitch up, some of the really, really small, quick ones. I want to get them done so I can display them over Christmas. And then the other thing is, I showed it off last week, the Heartstring Samplery Halfway Happy Stranger Things inspired stitch that I've got. I want to start that probably on the 27th. I'm not crazy. I am not going to be stitching it and watching the new series of Stranger Things at the same time. Normally I do kind of have things on in the background while I'm stitching, but then you end up listening to it more than watching it. I am going to be watching like a hawk Stranger Things when it starts again. But I might start it on the same day, maybe later on, maybe earlier on, maybe the weekend. But I am definitely want to start that project this month around the time that Series 5 comes out. As I say, I showed that pattern and everything off last month. So if you want to see more about that, then hop back to my last video. Other than that, I was going to talk about Christmas and Vlogmas. So what I am planning on doing in December, and I'm putting this out there now so you lot can hold me to account, because I don't know if this is actually going to happen or not. Because I have got 3 advent calendars. 2 of them are cross stitch. I'm looking over there because they're over there. You can see them. If I get up, you can still see, they're literally here. So that is my caterpillar cross stitch one, and in that lovely bag there, that is my cotton and clay one from the lovely Laura that arrived the other day. It was in a big box, a big cardboard box, and I thought it was easier to store putting it all in a bag. So I actually got one of my advent Toft bags out from the previous year, a little tote bag, and I've put all the little packages in there. Say little, Laura, some of those packages are quite big, and I'm like, I'm so excited. So yeah. Those 2 stitchy advent calendars, caterpillar cross stitch and cotton and clay, and then I have got the Toft advent calendar this year as well. All my Toft dolls are up here. I can't do this, going from side to side. Really bad at this. And even though I can't knit and crochet at the minute because of my hand and my carpal tunnel, I still wanted to get the Toft crochet advent calendar. They've been doing it for, I think it's 8 years. Can't remember if this is the 8th year or if this is the 9th year. Kerry posted something about it on Instagram the other day with all of the previous year's makes. And I have done the Toft advent calendar every year since the first one. So it's really, really special. So even if I'm going to try and keep up with it this year, because it's only a tiny little bit of crochet every day, so I might be able to start it and keep up with it without aggravating my wrist and my hand too much, but we'll have to see when December comes around. But even if I can't keep up with it, it is a project that I will make later on when my hand's feeling better, and it's kind of like a collector's thing for me. You know, it's really special that I've done every single Toft advent since they first came out, so I didn't want to miss out on one this year. So, but I haven't got that one yet, it's not here. But what I'm planning on in December is tiny little snippet videos each day of me opening all 3 advent calendars, showing off what I've got in a morning if I've got time. I say in a morning, I do not have time to do this in a morning, but I might either start getting up earlier or see if I can squeeze it in a morning. If not, it'll be in the afternoon. But little snippets, opening the advent calendars, showing off what I've got, and then maybe adding on later in the day what the actual bit of crochet is for the Toft one, because I know I've had quite a few people say that they are interested in crochet and knitting as well as the stitching. So obviously I've got 2 stitchy advent calendars that I'll be showing off, but I will be showing off the Toft crochet one in the same video. I'm not making separate videos for cross stitching and crochet. I'm just going to put them all in one video, and they'll only be quick, like 5-minute videos per day, something like that. So that's my plan for Vlogmas. Hopefully, I'm not sure if I'm going to be back before the end of November again. It might kind of be end of November, beginning of December. We've got daughter's birthday at the end of this week. We're doing stuff all over the weekend for her birthday and what have you. Got a lot coming up with work and other things as well. So hopefully it'll be beginning maybe mid-December, something like that, for my next sort of catch up of what I've been working on, what I've got finished and things like that. But then extra to that, there will be the little Vlogmas videos every day of my advent calendars and things. So for now, I think that's about it. We're at 40 minutes. I think that is my shortest video yet. So my husband will be amazed. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed everything. I hope you've seen something that you've liked. Thank you to everyone that's come back and watched if you're a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. It helps my channel get out there and be recommended to more people. And it will also help you get more recommendations on from other Flosstubers as well by the YouTube algorithm, something like that. So as you can hear, my nose is blocking up, my voice is going. Oh dear me, I am gonna go and get changed, put all this stuff away that's down here, get in my pyjamas, have a bit of tea and do some stitching. And I will be stitching on the Historical Sample Company Magical Gingerbread House Stitch Along. I'll do a little bit more of that, and then when I get in bed later on tonight, before I go to sleep for a little bit, I might do some more on the Mill Hill Kitty, but we'll have to see how long I last. So again, thank you for watching, thank you for joining me. Have a lovely rest of the month. Getting near Christmas, getting near December, getting excited. I love Christmas. I get really excited. I'm like a kid around Christmas. I really am. So have a lovely rest of the month. Enjoy your stitching. Have fun, whatever you are doing. Stay happy, stay healthy. Look after your mental health. Life lessons from Becky. Thanks, everybody. See you soon. Bye.